Aloha, Scott Sylvan Bell coming live from San Francisco, California, June 19th, 2016, 7:12 at night. Today is Father's Day, but it's a perfect day to talk about sales. Got San Francisco right behind me, Golden Gate Bridge right in front of me, and we're talking about you and your beliefs and being in in-home sales. I can't believe I've never done a series on it after, it's the industry that I train in for the most part. So I'm like, all right, well, I'll put something together. So I have a belief that'll really help you out. And the belief is you can't outwork me, you can only underbid me. And outwork means that I'm gonna do everything possible. I'm gonna take all the measurements, I'm gonna ask all the questions, I'm gonna go all the places that everybody else is scared to go, right? So, a lot of in-home sales guys are afraid to go in the attic. I'm gonna go in the attic. I'm gonna take my time. I'm gonna gather the information that I need. And so passing this on to you, have the same belief. And so, everybody's always worried about like getting undercut or getting underbid. Like that's the last thing that I'm worried about. The most important thing that I'm worried about is getting all the information right for the buyer and figuring out what their pain and their budget is, and then figuring out if they got a commitment to take care of it. And that happens because I'm able to show them. I'll tell them out from the very beginning. Look, here's the thing. I'm gonna have competition come out here, and that's fine, no problem, right? I'm hitting it face on. I'm not scared of it. And here's the thing you need to know as a buyer, as a consumer. Those people can't outwork me, they can only underbid me. That's the only thing that they can do different than me, is they can give you a low price. But at the end of the day, is that low price really gonna help you? And I got a whole series of questions that I ask that I'm gonna save for another time, probably not here on YouTube today. But I go through this whole process with them and I let them know from the beginning, I'm not the cheap guy in this industry. And the reason why you need to know that is it's hardly ever gonna work out to your advantage, right? So there's a whole conversation that you have. But if you don't have this conversation, then that person doesn't know what to expect and they just buy into whatever belief that they have. So for you, you have to take some time. You have to explain to the buyer, right? And you may adopt this belief. You could take it. You could say that I have the belief that Scott Sylvan Bell does, right? You can't outwork me. You can only underbid me, because it really does help. It means you're going to take all the time and all the effort. I don't worry about those low price guys. They just come in and they run in and they throw a bid. They just drop it down on the table and they create problems for themselves. That's not a good thing, right? I'm saying, hey, look, this is a long-term relationship. I'm going to take a little bit longer time with you. You want to go with those guys? Good, do it, okay? No problem. And I'll tell you, 9 times out of 10, the people will say, hey, no, Scott, just sit here. We want to hear what you have to say. 1 out of maybe 100 times when people say, hey, I'm not interested in what you have to say. No matter what, I'm buying the low price guy. If he's 1 cent less, I'm going with him, okay? Back in the day, I would have those people and I'd say, okay, great. And I would do what I could to sell them. I wouldn't give up at that point. A lot of salespeople would be like, you know what, peace out, I'm done, I'm gone, peace out. I'm like, hey, I'm gonna do everything I can to get these people to move forward with me. And the trait of a weak salesperson is they give up. And I looked at it like practice. I'm gonna sit down with somebody, I went out there, I knocked on the door, I sat down with them, I'm gonna do everything I can to get them on board with me. A weak salesperson is gonna give up and go, hey, I wasn't in order taking mode, I can't do this, I gotta go, okay? So adopt the belief that you can't outwork me, you can only underbid me, it'll really help you out in the sales process. Now, if you could do a small favor for me in the box down below, leave a comment, question, or story, that'd be fantastic. To the right, to the left, there's a subscribe button. You know what you gotta do, you gotta subscribe. And then you can send it out to all your friends via StumbleUpon, Facebook, Twitter, Google+, why not even LinkedIn. Scott Sylvan Bell. We'll see you soon, thanks for watching, aloha.